Three, two, one, one, two. Don't buy an LG OLED this Black Friday until you see this. You see, there are a lot of deals that you're going to find for LG this Black Friday, but some TVs are glorified office TVs with a little extra glitter. They basically put paint on trash and call it brand new. You're not going to want to waste your money on those TVs, and nobody's going to be very honest with you and tell you that until this video. So that's why I say don't buy anything from LG until you watch this. A lot of good gems in here. So smack a like on this video for just diving right in, being transparent and getting to the point and treating you like a human being, because we're going to dive right in by talking about the OLED side of things first. So the A series, avoid it. It's 60 hertz and it's very dim. There is very little redeemable qualities. They're very glitchy and they don't typically last very long either. You're not going to be satisfied with them and you're better off just skipping it altogether. Even though the promise of OLED seems to be amazing, there's kind of a reason why it's their cheapest OLED, because again, it's not made to the same quality standards as the other OLEDs. Now enter the B series, okay? The B series is kind of more of the same. So you're going to experience, well, let's just say inconsistencies. Sometimes you'll have only 2 HDMI 2.1 ports despite having 4 HDMI ports, which, yeah, that's very limited and kind of sucks. And then in addition to that, you're still going to have a really dim TV. Now, this isn't as flimsy as the A series, so the big thing here is they greatly reduce the brightness to make it not as sweet as a deal. But if you're in a really dark room, it's not going to matter at all. So this is where you have to use some strategy, right? So you might not need to spend C-series money if you know you have no lights in the room that you're putting it in. But if you even have so much as a window, you are not going to be getting a great experience. And don't even get me started on any ambient lights at all. Basically, that room is not a theater room or a cave. Sorry, the B-series is probably out. Now, that being said, we can go over to the C series. The C series is the sweet spot. That's where you want to be, typically. You get decent brightness. It's still not going to overtake most of the TVs on the market as far as brightness, but it's enough. Not enough to overpower the glare of the sun shining directly in a room or really any bright room situation at all. But it's bright enough that you'll be able to diffuse the problem, if you will, of being too dim in a moderately lit or average room. So regular room lighting, you're good to go. And at nighttime, it's going to look damn spectacular, have all the bells and whistles. That's, again, the sweet spot. The C series is where you typically want to be. Now, if you've got a little more money knocking around and you're okay with a little bit extra of LG greed, because, spoiler, it's got that, the G series is where you want to be. Now, unfortunately, this year, the G series does not come with a stand. You have to buy that separately. What are we? Fucking Apple? Like, it's ridiculous. Put the charger in the box, Apple, and LG put the stand in the box. I'm not doing this. See, for me, in 2025, this is where I personally, this is a personal take and opinion, I walk away. If you're not going to put the stand in the box, you don't deserve my money. For decades, they've been putting TV stands in the box. It's a common sense thing. You're selling a TV, you put it in the box. You don't hide behind the fact that it can be wall mounted and it's a gallery TV, because we have gallery TVs that still come with the stand. So it doesn't make any sense for LG to just be trying to rip you off at this point. And that's my big thing with it. However, if you've got a bright room, you have the ability to wall mount, or you want to spend extra money on a stand, the G series is for you. It ain't for me, because I don't like that. And so ultimately, I personally would go to the C series because I don't like disrespect and just money-hungry, money-grubbing individuals just trying to suck every dime they can out of it. It wouldn't have killed them to put that stand in the box, would it? I mean, they did it last year, right, for the G4, but then the G5, where's the stand at? It's disrespect for me, personally, and I can't do it. And then, of course, if you wanted to buy other years of the G series, they didn't put the stand in the box either. It's like they heard you one year, and then they said, no, we can make more money if we do it this way. Because that stand, by the way, is $200. So, yeah, not worth it. You'd have to buy some cheap Amazon Universal stand, and it's just, again, not worth it for me. But you do have all the bells and whistles, and it gives you the flagship experience and performance, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful picture, but again, the C series is close. It's not like it's so far away, it's just dim. It has pretty much all the same shit. It's just not as sharp and it's not as bright. That's really what you're sacrificing. And you got to ask yourself how much that sharpness and brightness is really worth to you. For some people, it means a great deal. Others, not so much. Again, you want something for a brighter room, this is typically where you'd have to be forced into going. Now, anything above the G series, I don't recommend it. It's a waste of money. You're not getting the return on your investment in 2025. Sorry to say. So literally every single model after what I just said is not worth it. Now, that being said, let's look at some of the other models like QNED. Ignore every last one of them. And I'm not even joking. Every last one of them are subpar by mini LED standards today. We have budget TVs for $700, $600 that will greatly outperform everything LG has put out in that regard. LG is almost an industry leader at making their mini LEDs look so bad that you would almost want to throw it in the trash the day you get it compared to what something like Hisense is doing, or TCL even. So you might want to look towards those brands if you want a mini LED, because LG does not make good mini LEDs. They use IPS screens, and if you don't know what that's all about, they are the worst black levels on the market you could ever buy. Which means your nighttime viewing is going to be atrocious. You're going to see gray instead of black, and it's going to be very ugly. And in some instances, you're going to have little clouding spots, or you're going to see little white patches all over your screen, and you're going to feel like your shit's broken, but that's just the way the TV is. It's not defective. Don't go taking it back to the store. That's just the way the TV is. Sounds like shit, right? Because it is. So don't buy it. Just avoid the QNED line altogether. Wipe your hands clean of it and say no. The same way I recommend you do that with the A series, and in some cases the B series. Now, aside from that, LG really doesn't have any other legs to stand on, because if you start looking at their non-QNED line, just their regular LED TVs, those TVs are notoriously bad. And I would say that they're only good for one thing, okay? You mount them in a hotel room, okay, for guests to have a crappy-ass experience so that they can't wait to go home to their real TVs. Otherwise, there's no point in buying a TV that shitty. There just isn't. Because those TVs are horrible. They have really bad color. They have really bad motion. The menus are crap. It's outdated. You're paying, way more than you ever should for something that, again, is just behind the times. And I would tell you like this. If it's 2025, like it's 2025, don't buy a TV that doesn't have quantum dots in it if you are at the even budget level at all. And I'm talking, you can find QLED TVs for like $200, $300. You don't have to spend an arm and a leg. A lot of people are trying to sell this as a premium thing now, but they've been on the market long enough that everybody could get a quantum dot TV. That by far is the bare minimum. And so anything non-quantum dot in LG's line, disregard it and treat it like trash, because literally for $100 extra, give or take, you could go with a different brand and absolutely win. I'm looking heavily at brands like Hisense and TCL. Pick your poison. That being said, though, that's basically it. I mean, this is your step-by-step guide. We went through the best and the worst LG OLED and LG regular TVs, QNED TVs, whatever they are, to buy for Black Friday 2025, and the ones to avoid. Because at the end of the day, what good is a buyer's guide if you don't know what to avoid in the lineup? And I think it's important to do this by brand so that you can see that even within a brand, there's just some things you just don't need to be purchasing. But let me know what you thought about this buyer's guide in the comments down below. And if you have any questions, ask yours truly for some professional help. That being said, though, I want to thank you guys so much for watching the #1 brand in honesty, where we keep it 100% authentic and real. Until the next video, I'll see you guys later.